Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot. Let's start your reading, Gemini. Let's see what the cards want to tell you, what they want to share with you. Let's get a reading for Gemini. Oops, just give me a minute. Okay, let's get started. We have strategy, which is crossed by the financial constraints card. So I think you are working on plans regarding your financial well-being and how to improve your finances, or for some of you, any sphere of life where you feel you are limited, you're constrained, you do not have enough. Those with respect to those spheres, you are looking at plans, you are looking at working out something where you can get abundance of those. It could sometimes be time. We feel we're really pressed for time, we don't have time for everything, right? So you need to make a plan to see how you can work out a good timetable for yourself. So it's like time, it's for health, it's for money. You feel that you're not healthy enough, you need to change your routine, you need to change your diet, you need to change something, you need to come out with a new plan. So those are the different plans, with respect to whatever you are feeling constrained or limited by, and you are looking at plans to improving things with respect to that sphere of your life. So in the past you have been a little, not little, I would say you have been quite indecisive, not knowing which road to take. So though you feel that see, it's so interesting, you have this card of cornucopia, which is the horn of plenty. There's a lot of prosperity, abundance, but suddenly you're feeling constrained. Suddenly you feel you don't have enough. Maybe it is your own thought process, maybe your own fears, your own security, which makes you see that even though you have everything, yet it is not enough. Those fears could also be there, and you need to work on a plan, to change your thought process also, to tell yourself that what I have for now is enough for now. Things, when we live too much in the future, it can disrupt our present as well. So you have been maybe very indecisive for some of you, that whether you have, is it enough or no. So actually, the universe is saying that yes, we have enough. But like I said, we all given to these kind of fears and insecurity, where we feel that whatever we have or whatever we had in the past was there, but I don't seem to have enough of it right now. So it could be time, it could be health, it could be money, it could be resources, it could be anything, right? So at one point in time you did not feel the lack, but suddenly you are feeling the lack, and you're wondering, why am I feeling all of this? you know what's coming up? The thinking man. You really need to work on your plans and your strategy, and which is going to bring about healing in this particular situation. So here, it could be your own perception itself, Gemini, giving into that fear that I don't have it, or what if it finishes, where will more come from in terms of money. And as far as health goes, you might be feeling that I'm fine today, but what about later, right? It's about time also, that right now I have the time to do everything, but what about later? So I think those that could be quite possible, for some of you, that looking away into the future and wanting to secure that unknown future, right now, that all right, let me draw out plans now only, so that my future is also secure. I'll get an overall for this one, Gemini. So we have the Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So it's about making all of this, makes adds to your emotional well-being. All right, emotionally you feel secure, emotionally you feel that if I do this, it's you suddenly feel happy that I need to do something to better my situation, to improve it, to add to it, to build to it. Just that thought makes you very happy, that you need to start working on that, and you need to put an end to this particular phase, like I said, where you had enough, but now you feel that you need more. Okay, and you really need to put an end to those insecurities, and you're feeling quite passionate and driven about your plans, that yes, it's about time, I need to put these plans, wherever they're coming from, that is really not important. The fact is that if you have that feeling within you, it's nice that you're honoring it. It is nice you wanting to put an end to that fear, insecurity, and you are passionate enough to follow through with all your plans, and that itself would be bringing a lot of healing for you. Sometimes when we take control of things, when we admit things to ourselves, whether they are nice or not nice, but the fact that we become aware of them, and we have decided to and committed to do what we can, and to put our plans into action. That is the Ten of Swords, where you put an end to that, pain and that misery and that turmoil, and finally, waking up to a new dawn and having all, your energy intact and, with energies like, it's like that go getting energy, that, you can do it and you will do it. Here, see, we have the end of a journey, and we have the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. And I do feel very strongly, Gemini, that you have finally admitted to the fact that that was something which was causing you some kind of insecurity, right? That you did not have enough, whatever it was. And the very fact that you have spoken the truth to yourself with respect to this, you are ending a journey and starting a new one. Look here, it's little difficult to figure out, but whether she's going somewhere, or she's it's like she's in the middle. Here with the Ten of Swords over here, we know that something is coming to an end so that something else can begin. So you do have this energy of speaking and communicating honestly about whatever your fears and insecurities are. So in this entire process, Gemini, let us see what your insecurities are. I don't think so. You might feel that you need to look at. Okay, so your insecurity would be that whatever plan you have in mind, you feel that you might need to tweak it a little. You might need to adapt to it. That could not be the only plan. Maybe you need to draw out another plan. You might be also having that little insecurity about, what if my plan doesn't work out? I must have a plan B as well. So those are the challenges, and you are experiencing that, let me have a backup, let me have alternatives, let me not depend too much on that. And let us see what your strengths, your guidance, what's working for you. Storm warning. So there is going to be a change in this entire situation for you, Gemini, as you proceed with it. So yes, it's a good idea, to keep your options open, to have other plans as well, because something is rustling up for you, and the outcome is appreciation. But whatever does rustle up, once the storm settles, everything becomes very clear. So whatever is happening, just let it be, and you will come across the energy of this storm warning card, where things will shake up a little, but after that you will get your clarity, and you will know how you need to proceed from there on. And finally, you will have that appreciation for this, and gratitude for this process, and whatever it has taught you, and whatever you experienced, and where it has taken you. It's taken you to a good place, no doubt about that. So let's get something for all this. We have the World card. Wow, just look at this. You got the Ten of Swords, you got the World, you got the Journey. Major endings for you, Gemini. So many cards which are talking of endings and beginnings. So it's not a small phase, or if you were doubting it, please do not doubt it. It's very, very clear that you're really ending something and starting something brand new. Speaking of which, we have the Two of Wands. I don't believe this. So you really need to look at new horizons for yourself, Gemini. Absolutely, absolutely new horizons. Nothing of the old is going with you from here onwards. As speaking of which, we have the Knight of Swords. You really will be rushing full speed into things. You will be impatient. You will want to get started really, really quickly. And here we have the Queen of Swords. Absolutely, complete transformation for you, the way you have been thinking, and the way you're thinking now. What has been the past and what has been currently and the days to come, Gemini, you will see yourself as a different person, with different thought process, different perception, different way of looking at things, different working, being very, very practical, being very, very blunt to the point that this works, this does not work. A lot of clarity in mind, and change of your thought process. The way you used to think earlier is very different from now, how you will be thinking and looking at your life, yourself, and circumstances in life. It's a big turning phase for you, a big turning point for you, Gemini. I cannot emphasize that enough. With the Journey, World, and the Ten of Swords, all three cards in your reading, and plus the indecision, that means you have options. You have to walk a road, you have to choose a path. So you are on the verge of that, and just be with this process, with this storm warning card. In good time, things will clear out for you after that little storm. It'll come, it'll blow over, but it'll clear up everything for you. Okay, so with that, Gemini, I'll wrap up your reading. Thanks for watching.